Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, hit that like button. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. So guys, I have a massive update today. We've seen a whole bunch of updates being pushed from the Davos convention, and now we finally have some sort of connection to the Kraken FX listing. So let's jump in and let's talk about a few things. So Bitcoin has held up pretty good so far today. I'm not, going to be too bullish on anything until we do see that Bitcoin reversal back above like 33K. But in terms of, sorry, I don't know why it opened AOG instead of Casper. That's actually pretty weird, but in terms of Casper, we have been ranging around the 3 to 4 centile zone. As you guys do see, we came down to test like almost 3.5 cents. I've been kind of utilizing this moment in time to, kind of accumulate as much as I possibly can at around these prices, because honestly, when we look at things happening around Casper, a lot of things have been really kind of pointing to enterprise FOMO. So when we look at things like that, it really kind of solidifies where Casper is positioned in terms of being an enterprise grade asset. And trust me, I know that Hedera is also an enterprise grade asset. I think that they are both great in terms of that use case area. And I also think that Casper is a very special asset because when we look at this at $180.4 million market cap, the upside potential on this is absolutely massive. I mean, if you think about it, right? A 10x opportunity here, in terms of a fully diluted market cap would put it at roughly $4 billion. All right, so you kind of look at that and then you're like, all right, well, what about like at 100x, right? Because to me, Casper is easily long-term a 10 to 100x opportunity. Anywhere in between that is still life-changing wealth. But to me, Casper, easy long-term hold. I feel comfortable holding it. And of course, a lot of people have been mentioning, Casper meeting with Kraken and Coinbase this week. Yeah, I mean, we could be seeing some nice listings happening for Casper. You got to remember that we're still not on a lot of tier 1 exchanges. Kraken is definitely one of them. Coinbase is also another one. And also even Binance. And we've talked about a few possible listings for Casper. I think that when we talk about those layer 1s, those are definitely on the horizon. Now, let's talk about a few things. So, first off, shout out to Kevin Cage. Obviously, he has been talking about Casper for a while as well. We look here, just like Ripple has been building the bridges for years to help banks and financial institutions leverage a blockchain tech stack for payments, XRP. Casper Labs and Casper Network are doing the same exact thing for enterprises to adopt a revolutionary smart contract platform. And of course, the reason why is because of these few things here. So first off, you have upgradable smart contracts, developer-friendly features, lower gas costs, and even weighted keys. Best part about the upgradable smart contracts is they essentially say here, upgradability features can help businesses to build resilient and scalable blockchain-based products and services that adapt to changing customer needs and shifting business priorities. Then, of course, we do see developmental, or developer-friendly features, and this is through WebAssembly. So we do see while most blockchain projects require developers to use Solidity or another blockchain-specific programming language, the Casper crypto protocol supports building in Rust and WebAssembly, frequently used coding languages among mainstream developers today. So not only are we seeing, one, the upgradability factors being played into this, but we also do see how developer-friendly it is. And I've mentioned this before. When we look at Casper, Casper is opening the doors for many developers. This is essentially mainstream adoption for developers. So to me, when we look at Casper as being the friendly, network for not only developers, but also businesses, corporations, governments as well, we're going to be talking about that here shortly. It's just a clear winner in my book. We also see low gas fees, right? A predictable gas futures market. When we look at that, they are working on that. That's going to be interesting. But also, its gas fees are designed to be stable and to be predictable, unlike, again, Ethereum. Ethereum yesterday hit the lowest gas prices since July of 2021. Right? But, give it a week or so and maybe the gas fees will be, $100 again. Or, like for an example, with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, situation that just happened recently with Yuga Labs, gas fees were $2,000 plus on some, and honestly, that's like at the bare minimum. There was some, gas fees that were up into like the $10,000 plus range. So to me, yeah, those predictable gas fees is something to really look at, and that is revolutionary. And of course, weighted keys, enterprises to establish, more granular, multi-level, system access permissions, which again is for security purposes and quality as well. So when we look at what Casper's doing, they are definitely, in my opinion, going to be a clear winner within the enterprise grade area. Don't get me wrong, yes, Hedera will also succeed. I always hate the idea that everyone wants to compare and contrast these layer 1s. There's really no point to compare and contrast these layer 1s when there's still a large market for all of them to succeed in. We also do see our Casper Network making friends at Davos 2022, a casual partnership with the government of Telangana. Population 40 million, probably nothing. And this is what I was talking to you guys, right? They are literally positioning themselves within government use cases and government areas in general for mass adoption. We do see congratulations to Casper Labs for closing the new contract with the government of Telangana at Davos 2022, another public entity going to use Casper Network infrastructure. This is massive, and I've showed you guys the connections that they already have within the government areas. For an example, we do see here on the topic of how Casper Labs is supporting government blockchain adoption. Meta Prolicker, spoke about how once Ward, got out about what Casper Labs built for China, other governments, approached them saying they are finding the offering very interesting. So when we talk about this, I do foresee more and more governments actually coming to Casper to build with them and build out these solid use cases. Like I've said, you got to understand what Casper's actually doing and where they are positioned at before we really kind of just say, all right, well, this isn't really succeeding because the price action is low. It's been, massively down, whatever the case may be. To me, I don't look at it like that. I look at, what they are doing fundamentally behind the scenes. And I will continue to add to my Casper bag and lower my, average cost because trust me, I bought this thing at around 10 cents, at around 9 cents, 8 cents, 7 cents. I continue to accumulate Casper even under 10 cents and even around 10 cents because I look at the long-term, picture here. We're sitting at number 151 on, the market cap spectrum. We are at $180.5 million market cap. Fully diluted, we're sitting at $406.5 million almost. All right, so you look at the long-term view on this, and you can really kind of see how far we could actually go in terms of market cap, range. I really do think that in terms of market cap and really kind of, determining an asset's success off of market cap alone doesn't really justify it. But you got to look at the fundamentals compared to where we are in market cap, and you can see how undervalued Casper actually is. We also did see, oh nice, maybe some cooperation / listing / staking / anything coming, ACH / Casper. Shout out to Rect Wojak for this. I think end of May will be epic for Casper Network, Davos especially. Now, if you guys missed it, I've talked to you guys about Alchemy Pay in the past. Yes, I do hold my Alchemy Pay bag. Yes, I am down on that bag. And we just recently seen some nice price action on ACH. I know a lot of people have been asking me for an ACH update. I might be doing one this week. But we do see here, we are hosting a Twitter Spaces conversation with Casper Network's Ralph Kubli. I'm hoping that I'm saying that name right. This Friday, May 20th. Obviously, this did pass. But I want you guys to understand that a lot of my favorite assets that I am holding on a day-to-day basis are working together. I think that this is great. When we talk about Alchemy Pay is basically building out bridges between fiat and crypto. We've talked about this. We've discussed this. I think that, Alchemy Pay is a great choice as well. But, when we look at things happening around this space, we are going to see bridges being built out within these areas. I look forward to seeing what comes from, Alchemy Pay talking with Casper and what, sort of use cases do get revealed from this, cooperation. So to me, I'm definitely focused on the partnerships that Casper is building out and also the innovations that they are actually, building as well within a lot of these use cases. Like, for an example, like IPWE is a great partnership to really kind of put a spotlight on because of the efficiencies that is unlocking. But we still, have a long ways to go because Casper is still very, very new and we're still very early. We also do see here, interesting, Casper Network. So I know that we talked about the Casper possible Verizon partnership. I just discussed that recently, and we actually do see this is from Kevin Cage as well. He was talking about, speculating a little bit about Casper plus Verizon. And then we also seen this, interesting, and shout out to Gas Gorilla for this, but we do see presenting partners, Casper and CV Labs. And then, of course, we did see the Platinum partners, Luca, Sprax, Verizon. When we look at Verizon, Verizon has been a key, player within a lot of this. But this is, of course, from the Davos 2022. They were essentially like a main partner. And then we also do see over here, all at this point, Verizon is only a sponsor for the blockchain hub at Davos. That is the only thing that is official. And we do see here that's where it comes from then, and we do see here because these types of partnerships are bound by NDA, if you are working on a revolutionary app, you don't want your competition knowing about it, unlike community-based projects where hype and soon is the modus operandi. You usually operate in stealth mode until you have a final product. Also, there are more moving parts. You might want to mention customers that your partner will bring, all requiring the sign-off for a press release. A well-executed PR is tedious in enterprises. You see here, I think there is enough to read between the lines already out there, but don't count on an official announcement from Davos about Verizon. That is all I will say. So to me, I think that when we look at a possible partnership with Verizon and Casper, it could be possibly confirmed. They're really kind of hinting at it here. To me, I'm not going to say 100% certain that, hey, Verizon is a partner, but it definitely does beg the question, are they a partner? But we also do see over here, largest U.S. wireless providers. Verizon is the top one at about roughly 142.8 million subscribers. So that is pretty significant. And if we do see a Verizon partnership with Casper, that would also be very interesting to see how that would work out and what they would essentially bring. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about a possible, Kraken FX listing. So you guys know from, May 7th, I did tweet this out saying, hey, Kraken FX, how many retweets to list Casper? I'm sure the Casper army is waiting patiently. Big things are coming this year for Casper Network. Now, of course, we did see, a response saying, hi there, thanks for your interest in adding Casper to our platform. If you are interested in a particular coin being listed on Kraken, feel free to share this link with the respective developers. Now, when we looked at this, I was like, all right, whatever. It's probably nothing. But then we've seen a few things, right? So we go back a little bit in time. This goes back to December 3rd, 2021. Shout out to Kevin Cage again. But we do see just another day waiting for Gemini and Kraken FX to list Casper. And we do see here the Casper Network, a dev-friendly enterprise blockchain. This is from Gemini. And we do see, the Casper Network is improving how enterprises build and upgrade new products and services on the blockchain. So they wrote about it. They know exactly what it is. And then we also do see here, hey, Kevin Cage, are you aware that Casper is currently hosting the blockchain hub at the WF in Davos with many speakers? And guess who is on the list? Yep, you guessed it. Look at who is on the list. Look at all of the names here. All right. So first off, you do see a few, like you see, some of the exchanges. You also do see, like, for example, Verizon and stuff like that. But look at Kraken FX being listed there front and center. And the funny thing is that if we go over here, we know that that Kraken FX was sitting right next to the Casper team. It's funny. And they were talking about the future of programmable money. Catch all the post, event coverage from the Blockchain Hub. You guys can go check it out on their live stream. But I thought this was pretty funny. If you think about it, would it make sense for Kraken FX to list Casper? 100%. I think that by the end of this year, we are most likely going to see a lot of layer one, or not a lot of layer one, a lot of tier one exchange listings for Casper. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.